Oliver's lining up there in 8th. Ben Gage Brown out there, first day on his new bike there in 9th place. Tony Herney in 10th. 11th in Rory Anthony. 12th Hamish Boyd. 13th Godfrey Swats. And 14th there Wilson Woods. Looks like it's dried up a little bit, so hopefully we're going to have some pretty good racing. It was very torrential when they were first out this morning, and Mark White just jumped straight out there and showed them a clean pair of heels, and the boys managed to get down, so this will be a real interesting race here. Under starters orders. Bit of creep in there and a big start from another row. We'd have to look for a jump start there. .75 with a jump start there. They're all into turn 1 and through. Mark White there with a good start. So the guy out in front, he's going to get pinged in. Here goes Whitey. He's off. Oh, a big loss. Look at them, 3 abreast. This is going to be a good race. Whitey's recovered down there into 5 and he's right around the outside. Don't forget that 75's got a jump start, and there comes Nick Campenhout. I think he's scooted through into 2nd place. Masterful wet rider and winner of the hill climb. Just pipping Jordan Burley at our other race meeting, and it was great to see. He just sat there for the whole day and then did it on the last run. Campenhout sitting there on the back of Mark White, who's out in front and just lining him up as he did to me at the last Winter Series. Look at that 701, it just blows by Whitey's thing there. So Nick out in front, followed by Mark White. Look at that, right around the outside of the last corner. So Nick camping out there, doing a 25 on the first lap, followed by White, Scott, Kyle, Oliver, Clark, another Oliver there, Cabral, Herney, Boyd, Bennett Gage Brown there, Anthony, Swats, and Wood. Nick camping out there, putting the hammer down, and he's showing him a clean pair of heels, and he's running off. He looks pretty good, very comfortable in the wet, and that 701, very interesting bike, and he knows how to use it. Spreading out, and it's looking pretty comfortable there. It's nice to see Whitey coming back after a number of years off and just dusting the old dirt bike off and getting a big bit of help from Brett at work there, doing a bit of dyno tuning and playing with the thing, but it's still under stock standard suspension, and he hasn't ridden for them in 10 or so years, so doing a great job there, especially because this class has been so competitive. Watch to the end of the race. These boys will tussle it out real hard all the way to the checkered flag. Interesting lines out there, the scooting around that last one. Now watching out for those painted white lines, a little bit slippery, and there is still a little bit of standing water. The track has handled all of the rain that we've had overnight pretty well, and handling the pressure there is Mark White. He's looking real good, and he's coming back. So straight down to the 20s, which is a real super fast lap time. Mitch Rees managed to do an 18 in the Formula 1 class, so they're already down to the 20s, so the track conditions are starting to come a little bit better. We haven't got torrential rain like we had, and the water's sort of clearing off. There was some pretty big streams down in turn 2 and over the back as well, and it looks like they've cleared off. Tightening up there for 3rd and 4th position. That looks like there'll be a little bit of dust up, but the rest of them, there's a bit of a gap, and then back to a 4-pack after that as well. So we've got Campenhout from White, Kyle, Scott, Clark, Oliver, Cabral, Herney, Boyd, Anthony, and Bennett Gage Brown there. Big wide line there for Campenhout. Whitey's starting to come under pressure. The boys are going to turn it on at the end of the race. They're down into the 20s, and Whitey did a 21 there. Super fast lap times. Just looking at, talking to Mitch Rees this morning, and he's about 8 seconds a lap faster than he was doing in the dry. So that just shows how amazing those wets are. The Whitey's thing on standard suspension, those other boys, they've been doing a fair bit of super motard, so they'll have some real good valving and stuff in there, and be interested to see what they can do. Big thanks there to NV Motorcycles for sponsoring this Super Moto class, and a huge thank you to Kawasaki New Zealand for coming along and making this series their own. So we've got the Kawasaki Road Race Series, and Hamilton, of course, doing a great thing and helping out and doing this race series, and they put back a lot into the sport, helping out young guys coming through, and it's a great club day to come along too. Great start. Everyone's sort of helping each other out, and there's some great racing, and it's a great thing to see when people like the Reeses and all of the top boys, Connor London and Jordan Burley and everyone are coming along to a wet-as day. It just shows the great organisation from Hamilton Motorcycle Club. So thank you very much for that. And a huge thanks to Ctas Live. Hopefully you're watching it on this. Camping out there, just dropping into the 1 minute 19s. Whitey's still doing a 21, and those two behind him are in the 20s. So it's going to turn into a bit of a three-pack, I think, for the end of this one, with 2 laps to go. While looking out the back there, Craig Scott doing a big push around that sweeper to catch up onto the back of Mark White. Whitey's thing seems to be punching out. He's been playing a lot with Brett Roberts on the dyno, and that thing has got a good bit of mumbo, but Cudge looks like he's got a pretty good handling bike there. Let's see if Whitey can sustain the pressure right till the end. Man, he's losing the rear and through there. So camping out, still out in front, doing 1 minute 19s. Whitey now, he's put the hammer down, he's into the 20s. And Scotty's there in the 20s as well, and same with Mike Kyle. Dropping back a little bit to Clark, who's doing 23s. John Oliver, that's interesting, back in the 24s. Mark Oliver in the 24s as well. Tony Hurney, 24. Luke Cabral, 24. And then dropping down a little bit into the 26s is Boyd, Anthony, Bennett Gage Brown there doing 29s. And Swartz as well in 13th place. What a tight little class we've got. Coming down the back straight into the little chicane, and I think we're going to get the white flag here. Checkered. Oh, white flag. 1 to go for camping out. Whitey's still there, hanging in front of Cudge Scott. Mike Kyle in 4th. Clark in 5th. John Oliver, Mark Oliver, Tony Hurney, Luke Cabral, Boyd from Anthony, Bennett Gage Brown and Swartz. Oh, look at that, Cudge Scott having a good go at Whitey. He doesn't want to let it slide. And Whitey dropped down to a 19, matching, I think he did the fastest lap of the race, 19.5. So you'd think from a distinguished gentleman he might be fading, but no, it's fought back. Whitey wants this. So coming round for the checkered flag. Great start from Nick Campenhout. Just shows the class of him. Yeah, just got a good start. Scooted into second place, then blew by Whitey and showed them all a clean pair of heels. And Whitey is down through the chicane. Cudge Scott coming through there, getting second place from Mike Kyle. Whitey's trying to pick it up, get it going. Here comes another one. James Clark scooting through. Whitey's remounted. And scoots across the finish line. What an exciting race. James Clark there, finishing in 5th place. John Oliver in 6th. Mark Oliver in 7th. The brothers there having a good battle from Hurney, Cabral, Boyd, Anthony, Bennett Gage Brown coming round, and Swartz as well. What a great race there. That Super Motard, proudly brought to you by NV Motorcycles. Thank you for your sponsorship and helping out this great series, and congratulations on the win.